Hello, friends, and welcome to a little bit of a vlog where I'm going to talk about a few things. I thought I'd put up some interesting footage here while we talk, and just let this just go for a minute. This isn't going to be long. Basically, full disclosure, I do not currently work for or am associated in any way anymore with the video game industry or Sony or Microsoft. None of them have provided me with any kind of promotional material or anything of that nature. This is purely my opinion and my view on how things are currently in the gaming world. So basically, when the PlayStation 4 Pro was announced, I got rid of my PS4 because I did not have any need for it, and I thought if the PlayStation 4 Pro is that good, then the value of my PlayStation 4, the base model, would be next to nothing if I wanted to trade it in at the time. So basically, I took advantage of trading it in early. Now, I got a fair price for my PS4 at GameStop. Traded it in for cash, and everything was fine. Well, here we are a few months later, and Watch Dogs 2 comes out, and basically Watch Dogs 2 is delayed for 2 weeks on the PC. So what am I going to do as a YouTube streamer, video maker, whatnot? Basically, by the time it comes out for PC, I will have nothing left to show anybody. Sure, I can add my own sense of humor to it, but it became very aware to me that I needed to pick up another console. So that's what I did. I went out and I went to the store, and I was standing there and I was looking at the PlayStation 4 Pro sitting right next to the Xbox One S. And I got to thinking, I'm seeing lots of reports of the PlayStation 4 Pro having connectivity issues and all sorts of other problems, not to mention the fact that the PlayStation Network gets hacked like all the time. So there's no security, there's no anything when you have a PlayStation account. So in the grand scheme of things, you basically get your PlayStation account, and then somebody takes all your login info and orders a bunch of games under your account. So this is what a lot of my friends and such, and associates and people I've worked with in England are having a problem with right now. And I've got emails from some of them that we've talked about, where basically what's happened is their account's been hacked, and I understand that security happens and people have problems and whatnot, but based on things that Sony has told them, they've disputed the charges, and then we're told by Sony or some representative from Sony to dispute the charge and to whatnot through their payment services, probably usually PayPal. It's irrelevant how. It just the fact that they dispute the charge, and the charge gets disputed, and they get their $300,000-$500,000 back, and then about a week later, when everything's settled with the payment processor and Sony bans their account and tells them they have to pay off the money. I'm not willing to do that. I'm sorry, Sony. I don't believe in your network security anymore. I don't believe in your PSN product anymore. I don't see where you have a competitive edge over anything anymore. I have owned a PlayStation since the PlayStation 1. I don't own one anymore. I own an Xbox One now. So, I just want to say to the people who watch my channel that now I will be able to record Xbox One content. Xbox One and some of the Xbox 360 stuff, which works out really well. But I really needed something that was competitive for time, where the PC sometimes is proving not to be. So, as much as I love my PC, and as much as I used to love my PlayStation 4, I'm sorry, but I just don't have faith in the product anymore. So, I am moving to Xbox One. My Xbox One Live tag is in the comments on my videos. So if you have an Xbox One and you want to add me as a friend, by all means do so. The same as all the other stuff. Steam and whatnot, those are all in there. So feel free to add me there. But I did want to take a moment and say that I am just severely disappointed in how Sony is handling this whole last hacking debacle. And it seems like every couple months this happens. I mean, I know Xbox Live goes down from time to time, but you just don't hear about the problems that come back like you do on the PlayStation Network. You don't hear about people losing thousands of dollars and having all of their content held against them to pay off what was stolen from them. I'm not going to do that. I think it's wrong. I'm not going to participate in it. I'm not saying to encourage you to do so yourself. I'm just letting you guys know where I stand and where we are right now. So, basically, I am not prepared to get a PlayStation 4 right now. I'm just going to stick with the Xbox One. It has most of the content I need or want, and I'm fine with that. I don't mind. So, I'm just not sure where the whole thing needs to break down. But right now, I'll go ahead and I'll keep the PlayStation, or I'll keep the Xbox One. That doesn't say that, just for clarity, it doesn't mean that in the future, if I feel that Sony's finally got their act together, that I will switch back. But my whole point is I am extremely disappointed in how Sony handles their customer service, their security. They've lost it. They're not a leading performer in the industry anymore. And in my opinion, I'm not going to pay money for a product that's going to basically steal my money. So, for those of you who are PlayStation fans, I apologize. For those of you who are friends of mine when I was on PSN, I apologize for that, but I'm really not in a position anymore where I can afford to have money randomly taken out of my account for no reason. So I am going to have to switch. And that's fine. I don't mind. If that's what we got to do to stay in the game, then that's what we're going to do. But I just felt like we were missing so much potential content because it's just not coming on the PC as fast anymore. I mean, No Man's Sky came on the PS4 first and then on the PC quite a bit later. So all the PC players were already behind. And the PlayStation players were able to jump ahead. So anyway, just so we're clear, I'm not getting a kickback from Microsoft to say this. I'm not in a dispute with anything over Sony. I buy all my own hardware. I buy all my own games. The last time I got a promo game was about 10 years ago. Not really looking for that. Don't need any of that right now. Just want to make that clear that this is solely my personal opinion. But I did want to let everybody know that I will have the capacity to come out with Xbox streams now. And as you've already seen, I've been playing Watch Dogs 2 on the Xbox One. I have a few other games, and I have some older games that I want to play too, and there's some older games that I never got to play in the first place. So to me, that sounds good. I'm okay with that. I will be more than happy to play the old games as well as the new games and just go along with it. But this way I can stay more in the game. And again, just to be clear, I am not ruling out the idea of getting a PlayStation in the future. It's just that this time I don't have any faith in Sony's product anymore, so I am not confident enough to purchase one. And that's pretty much all I wanted to say. I am disappointed in Sony. I don't believe they are the world-class company they need to be. I've watched them fail games time and time again, and now they're failing gamers. So I think maybe if they keep this up and we as gamers start voting with our wallets, that they'll either shape up and get it together, or they will get out of this game and not cause us so much grief. If they can't handle putting out a competent quality product, then I don't want it. Don't be a hardware provider if you can't provide sufficient protection for your hardware. Go develop software. Go make games. Go do other stuff. Do movies. I don't care. But don't sell me a faulty console that's just going to cause problems and cost me money. Fix your customer support. Fix all your other stuff. Get it right, and then we'll talk. But stop charging my friends hundreds of dollars. I purposefully never attached any payment method to my Sony account. The only thing I used the game cards. I was not going to allow them to do it. That makes my account fairly safe, but it's annoying when you want to buy a game at 2 a.m. and you can't because because the store's closed and you can't get there. But I just thought it was worth letting you guys know what was going on. And that's pretty much all I really wanted to convey. Like I said, I said I was going to do this. I didn't have time to explain why or what, but this is the whole point behind it. And that's okay. I'm fine with it. I'll miss Sony in some of their games and some of their stuff, but you know what I won't miss? Being stressed out that somebody's going to steal all my personal information. So if I don't have to worry about that, then I'm going to feel a lot better about things. And it's like I said, it's not that Microsoft runs an impervious network. You just don't hear about people getting all their money stolen. And you hear about that all the time with Sony. And I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to pay a company and then pay a monthly fee for an inferior service to get my own cash stolen. It's just not worth my time. Anyway, that's all there is. And while I got you guys here, just know that I appreciate you as subscribers. You don't have to like this video if you don't agree with it. Although I would appreciate your thoughts, if you have any. Excuse me. So if you've got anything you want to say on this topic, by all means, put it in the comments. Can definitely talk about what you think about it, compare it to what I think about it. And I welcome diverse opinions on this subject. So by all means, let me know what you think. If there's an Xbox game you want me to play or stream, let me know that, and we'll get you going with that. Or if there's one you want to recommend. The last Xbox I owned was defective when I bought it, so it didn't really last that long. And I went back to PlayStation, but this one seems to be working out pretty well. So anyway, that's all I got for today. Once again, I appreciate all you guys for watching the videos. I appreciate all you guys for subscribing. And I appreciate all the comments. But let me know what you're thinking. And I will see you guys later.